Why is the general reaction to the Epstein files so calm? Why? Yeah, there's a few people speaking up, but why does it seem to be so quiet? Why is there nothing on news? What is going on? Because we've been desensitised. What do you mean? Well, for the last while, we've been exposed to social media, right? For the last 12 years on social media, right? In 2014, when ISIS were doing the beheadings and things, that was the first bit. When those got released, why were they released? Why were they released to school children who in 10 years' time would be in their 20s, 30s now with the power to make change? Why have all these people been desensitised over the years with all these things? That's what I mean. Like, we've been, children especially are getting exposed to things that you would never normally see before the internet and before social media. So it was almost like they were preparing, or they're just keeping everyone desensitised, so when these things happen, it just kind of seems like another normal day. Yes, exactly. When something crazy happens, something terrible happens, and they get you to feel as if it's just a normal day, then they're going to get away with what they want, but not just that, they don't mind you seeing what they're getting away with, because you're going to feel hopeless. You're desensitised, and it's also not just that, it's because we don't really have the power to change it. We can do what we can, but people just want to focus on their own lives, and it doesn't affect them personally, and we do live in a selfish world, and that's just the way it is. People focus on what they can control. It doesn't mean they don't care, it just means they don't have the capacity to care to the point that maybe it is what needed to change. So they've desensitised us, and they've filled up our capacities to care with other bullshit. So when something like this happens, like, where people are thinking, I can't worry about another thing, like what is going on, just keeping people fed, keeping people hooked, so they can get away with it. Yes, but the interesting thing about this though is there's not really much on the news about it when it first happens, all these media outlets, so maybe the Epstein files could be a win, but we need to wait and see.